Hey, it's Emily Mitchell, Kate Curran, and Dana Sampson. In this short video, we'll be comparing and contrasting quantitative research in the area of paramedicine. Quantitative research is used to quantify the problem by way of generating numerical data or data that can be transformed into usable statistics. It is used to quantify attitudes, opinions, behaviours and other defined variables, then performing statistical, mathematical or computational techniques in order to confirm or disconfirm a hypothesis. There are four design types of quantitative research. Descriptive research seeks to describe the current status of an identified variable. These research projects are designed to provide systematic information about a phenomenon. Systematic collection of information requires careful selection of the unit studied and careful measurement of each variable. Correlational research attempts to determine the extent of a relationship between two or more variables using statistical data. In this type of design, relationships between and among a number of facts are sought and interpreted. Causal comparative or quasi-experimental research attempts to establish a cause-effect relationship among variables. These types of designs are very similar to true experiments. Identified control groups exposed to the treatment variable are studied and compared to groups who are not. Experimental research, often called true experimentation, uses the scientific method to establish the cause-effect relationship among a group of variables that make up a study. The true experiment is often thought of as a laboratory study, but this is not always the case. The first study design we will be looking at is an example of a quantitative cross-sectional study. Cross-sectional study design is a type of observational study. It is named cross-sectional as it describes the timeline of this study type. It analyses data collected from participants at one point in time rather than across an extended period. Put simply, it is looking at what is happening at a specific point. This study design measures both the exposures and outcome of the study participants at the same point, examining relationships and variables of interest. Surveys are generally used in cross-sectional study designs. The participants of cross-sectional studies are selected on the inclusion and exclusion criteria alone. Advantages of cross-sectional studies include being able to be conducted quickly, they are inexpensive compared to other studies, and can provide information about prevalence of outcomes and exposures, which can then be used to more accurately design future studies.